You cross, you cross, you cross.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but yeah, I don't. So if I'm gonna stand, I stand with.
That's why I stand like that a lot. Like
Yeah.
one
When
like
you
a
move.
little leg bent, this one straight,
Yeah.
this one bent a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Just like you,
Okay.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
So are you moving or are you standing still? Are you moving across the stage or are you standing still?
Well, when I've presented, like, telling my story at I stand still. I don't walk.
So what do you guys feel as an audience to have a little shift going on?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me
Yeah, it
too.
doesn't bother me.
Okay. All right.
I don't
I think it's
distracting.
kind of natural.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's natural. It's not distracting.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. The only
You
thing
get to
I'm
keep
not
it.
going to like, obviously, is the crossing.
Okay.
No.
And
I think
Yeah.
also like her height makes it easier too. Like the,
Yeah.
I think me being taller, I think it would be more noticeable.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
You're right. Because I feel
Like
tall
with
too,
her,
and I think
yeah.
that would
You're-
be.
Yeah.
You're
I think
shorter,
yeah.
and even with your shoes on, I think
with mine.
it's not as noticeable.
You get away with it.
And she does wear very
So
cute
you.
shoes
Yay.
all the time. And so you will look at her shoes, you will see her feet move, but it's not going to distract you because you're very balanced in how you dress.
But I tell you, it does feel better to have something in your hand.
Okay, all
Should be
right.
coming in with forks.
We're going to have Kathleen do hers and then you guys can sit down for a little bit. So Kathleen, we're all coming. Oh sure, go right up there and it's on your left.
I
You'll see it.
love
Okay, sweetie, thank you.
the pants.
PJs.
SpongeBob.
I couldn't even tell that's what they were. It looks cute, actually.
You have dirty, crusty sponges on your PJs. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so you're doing what we suggested. What would you normally do?
I'm trying to think back when I did my presentation.
She's right.
That's what you did. You're doing exactly what you did.
Like this, I had the clicker for the thing, so.
You rocked a
What
lot
presentation are you talking about?
at her wellness.
Coachella.
Was that for ours? Yes.
And that's because I learned that in massage school. So you keep your body in motion. So yeah.
Okay, all right. So a lot of us did see her presentation and she just did it now and you started to do it with us.
This one.
Yeah, how does that make you feel?
Nervous a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, rocking.
rocking.
When I'm not focusing, and Kathleen, and this is a safe environment, please, I expect it back, but when you did your presentation, I was nervous for you. I don't know if you were nervous, but I was nervous for you.
And part
And I
of
think
that
it was
was
'cause
the
the rocking.
stance.
For me too.
It was the rocking.
I'd
Not
like
as
to see the
much.
video.
Sure, yeah, it's on. It's on Game Changers. And
See if I
we
can
have
find
almost all the videos on SharePoint now. All my phone calls and all the videos and
I'm
everything
not
are
on
on
it though,
SharePoint.
am I?
We haven't brought anyone on yet. Oh, on the video.
Yeah.
It's a tool.
Just share it.
Collaborative.
I got half
We
a
use it
soda.
at GCS. It's like you can go
Is that
on,
new
you can.
for us though?
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna do
Yeah.
SharePoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an
Yes.
outside
You
client.
can go download like your
Tell them about
documents,
it.
and then the
Okay.
next person can
Me, I
share it. You can
consult
share it
someone
with people,
else.
and
Okay.
and more than
How
one
to.
person can be working on the same document at the same
I
time.
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It's
can
kind
just,
of
like,
a
drop
cool
off.
tool.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, let's stay on track, guys. Sorry.
Similar,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. So that's one. I want you to learn how to plant yourself.
Okay.
And really your feet should be shoulder width apart. Toes pointed forward.
Oh, that
Toys.
does feel more comfortable too, actually.
Shoulders straight, back up. And even as girls, we got to go back to our gym days.
Oh yeah.
Puff them out a little bit,
Posture.
It kind of
It's
makes
your
me want
posture.
to push my shoulders back.
right?
And throw them girls out.
Throw the girls out a little bit. Get
Me
the
too.
nice
I'm
straight
trying.
back. Suck in the tummy because the audience is looking at everything. And they judge a presenter from head to toe, the whole thing. And you just got to know that. It's true. We do. How many of you judge and how many of you look a presenter up and down? It may or may not be good or bad. It's just you do. You look. You look at the hair, the glasses, the fingernails, the toes, the stance.
do.
The whole thing you look.
The shoes.
The shoes. The
I love
whole
shoes.
thing. Whatever your trigger is,
Right.
you're going to look at the presenter. So if your thing is teeth, you're going to look at their teeth. If your thing is shoes, you're going to look at their shoes. If your thing is hair, you're going to look at their hair. So you got to think of the whole audience. Every person in that audience has something that they're going to focus on. All right, good.
Well,
Okay.
one time I think I mentioned to you, and I won't mention names, but like somebody representing skincare,
Uh-huh.
and it looked like they had had a lot of stuff
Right.
done, and I'm like,
Oh, wow.
that is rubbing me the wrong way. Why are they representing something and doing something else?
Right.
I agree.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay, so I think now I'm asking you about a story. Okay, so would anyone like to tell your story? I'm going to walk you through it.
Oh, you're gonna walk
Are we
us
gonna
through
get
it?
a
Okay.
copy of this?
I can. It's an entire presentation, and I think we need to do this a few times. So
Oh,
tonight's kind of an intro.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
cool.
I think that's good.
Let you guys then take all this home, think
a lot
about
already.
it, practice it, and then we video each of you.
Nice.
And then you take that, watch it, and then actually do your presentation. And by graduating, if you want to put it that way, from this class, you really should have the confidence to go out there and do this anytime, anywhere, and not think twice about it.
Yay.
Because a lot of times we
It's hard.
are not doing presentations, whether it's one-on-one or one-on-three or whatever, because we're nervous.
It can even help us present and talk to people about isogenics and trying to get them
Right.
That's why we're doing
a
it.
one-on,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
a one-on-one, having the confidence to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, whether
What it
it's in a
is.
group or one-on-one.
Yeah.
Right, it doesn't
It's
matter.
just
All of
trying
these
to share your
things.
story and
Mhm.
having the confidence and not stumbling over your.
Sounding natural.
Right.
Yeah.
So some of those things, obviously, if I'm doing a one-on-one and I'm talking to you and presenting, I'm not going to have the same voice as I would have had. Unless we're in a very loud environment, then you need
Right.
to make sure that that voice is up there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tone it back a little bit. I'm not going to be a 3 or a 4. I'm probably going to be a 5 or a 6, but not a 7 or an 8. Unless I'm in a really loud environment and I really got to get my point across to you. But that, otherwise, you're really going to use the same skills.
Yeah.
The eye contact, the hand gestures, your sitting, because you'll be sitting. You want to sit. You want to pay attention to them. You want to command
Right.
that chair.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Let me just kind of read through this. Okay. Did we have you guys do the voice fluctuation? We did the voice skill of being loud
Yeah.
versus soft. We had everyone do that?
Yeah.
Oh, like freezing.
All right. I'm going to see what else.
No, I was all day today.
Okay,
Now-
so there's a big part on
I'm hot.
slides. We will do that
No, I
as
don't
well.
anymore at all.
Are you?
Are you she's like a flash? I
Okay.
just listened to
No,
her.
I said flashes.
No, I don't have it anymore.
Okay. All right.
This would be odd if I was having one right now. I think I'm just hot. I am hot.
You're hot.
Thomas,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab something that I wanna just make sure I covered all of my points.
Okay.
And I don't want anyone in the audience listening right now to die on me. Will you please come up here and present your story?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Well, hello everybody, and to all the listeners and viewers out there. I'm Tom. I arrived tonight unexpecting to share a story. In fact, I never even thought about my story until I arrived. So I have been sitting in this chair right over here, wondering, what do I say? What do I do? Because everyone has such magnificent stories, and I just feel like mine really never compared. And so I didn't feel like my story was worth sharing. But the more I thought about it, and I read what the guideline of what a story is, I really thought, oh, okay, this is easy. Let me think about this. What was I like before? And that's when I realized I do have a story. Because before Isogenics, I was large. Before Isogenics, this shirt did not fit me. In fact, neither did any of my pants. I was in sweatpants, and I went to work with my pants unbuttoned, and I went with my belt barely covering my unbuttoned pants because I couldn't have won. I didn't want to go buy new pants. I'd have to buy several of them. So I just went with my pants unbuttoned, barely zipped, and my belt hiding it, hoping that no one would notice that I have unbuttoned pants every day. I was also very miserable. I was depressed. I had no energy. I lacked in that. I didn't have very much passion about life, and I went home and I sat on the couch every day, watching TV and just hoping for the next day to be better. But I had a coworker introduce me to Isagenix, and I thought, okay, I'll try it. Whatever. I didn't think really much of it, and I didn't really think it was going to be life-altering, but that was a mistake in my mentality for sure, because it was only within 2 weeks that I lost 15 pounds, and I could fit into my pants again, I could fit into my shirts again, and 2 months later, because that's how long I've been on product, this shirt fits me so well that it's loose, and before the buttons could not button. I have so much more energy, and when I heard other people speak of their energy, I was really confused by that term. What do you mean more energy? What kind of Energizer Bunny are you, and what are you taking? So, but what energy means to me, and what it has provided for me, is when I go home, I don't have the desire to sit on the couch anymore. I don't have the notion to just wait for the next day to be better. I feel so much more inclined to get things done, whether that's go outside and be with friends, or that's wash dishes and take my dog to the park. I have the feeling of, wow, I'm in the moment and it feels good. That's what energy meant for me. And now that I'm a product user, and I've been using it for 2 months, I can now say that I'm a lot more happy as a person. I'm a lot more energized in general. And instead of being the person behind the camera taking pictures of moments, I'm now sharing those moments with people in the picture because I'm excited to take selfies.
Very good. Very good.
That was
All right.
really good.
So with Thomas, I think probably you are an extremely good speaker and you have all the moves down naturally, but I don't think it would have really truly mattered, right? No. Because his story brought you in so much and it was so heartfelt. Obviously it's your story, and so a lot of people are going to be able to relate to that story and they can visualize themselves, but they felt the way you said things, they felt your pain. I felt your pain. I felt your being ashamed. And then I felt your happiness and your relief and your joy and that. So you did, and we're really trying to just talk about presentations right now, not necessarily your journey. So yeah. I'm sorry if I'm kind of really keeping it business-like and not as emotional right now. But when you are doing something like that, and if you do have any of those nervousness qualities or anything like that, which you really didn't, there were only just a couple times where you got off track just a little bit, didn't matter. It did not matter because you captured, right? Did you capture every single one of you? Definitely. Did anyone feel at all, and again, safe environment, right? They have permission, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Did anyone feel uncomfortable as him as a speaker? Not a story. It's okay to feel uncomfortable with his story. But did anyone feel uncomfortable with him speaking at all?
No.
I felt like I could relate to you. What you were telling me. I felt that that for a long time.
They were just simple things.
Just things not fitting me.
Yeah.
Right. I totally related.
I felt the belt going up and the jeans going up, trying to hide that.
And I listened to everything because I even wanted to go and hang out with you at the park with your dog. I was like, in my mind,
she's coming next time with you.
Seriously, I was like, I wonder where he lives. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I was
your
like,
stalker. Now you're gonna be ready.
I totally was. I was like, where do you live? Can we go to the dog park together?
Right.
So yeah, I was into it.
Right. But going back to the speaking presentation about it, and not your journey, because they are two separate things. Your journey, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, and we're so happy for you. And everyone felt that, and everyone really knows how important that is, and how important it is that they can share that story now. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to hear your story and your story and your story and everybody's story, and then take it back and share it with our people. But if your story doesn't hit us, or if we're uncomfortable in any way, we're not going to share your story. But how many of you are going to share some of Thomas's story?
Oh yeah.
Next guy you see wearing sweats, or next guy you see kind of hiding behind the dog, or the next man you see, or the next woman you see hiding behind the camera. You're like, oh my gosh, I got to tell you about my friend Thomas. I got to tell you about his story and what he was able to achieve and how he is. And in fact, we'll make a video of it. And then we can just share that story. So that will be our final step, is to actually do your video, your story, or an interview, whatever you guys want to choose to do. But, all right, so let's talk about that. So Thomas, very good presenter. Stood up here, very nice. Tell me some things you noticed about him. If you could take away from his story and take away from feeling it, what did you notice about him as a speaker?
I noticed he had eye contact.
Yes.
With everybody.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
great.
Great
Good.
hand
He
movements.
did.
He did a little walking.
Yep. A little bit of
Yeah.
walking, engaged you in, he brought you in, and you did that during certain times. There's certain,
It's funny how she picks up on us if I don't.
yeah.
I'm just like, so.
Yeah. His voice was even, but he had like moments where he was like
Yeah.
engaging.
Right.
And I this. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
wow.
Yeah, and he brought you
Yeah,
in.
totally did.
You listened more.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Very good. Great. Sonia, what did you pick up on?
All of the good stuff, I was being extra critical and I saw him cross his legs
Okay.
twice,
Okay.
but I was
That's good to see
thinking that it didn't come across as nervous. It didn't come across in a bad way at all. Like, I was wondering, I was curious to see what you would say. Like, if you would say that was bad, because to me, it didn't look bad.
Right. And I think because of his story,
Yeah.
it was okay. Now, let's change it a little bit, which is hard to do because his story was so heartfelt. But let's say he was doing a training session. So visualize Thomas doing his training presentation,
No.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't work.
awkward.
but when you're telling this emotional story and you're talking about your clothes and you're bringing them up and you're just having this moment where you're closed in, it works because you're describing how you felt at that time.
And he didn't stay there for a long time.
No,
No.
it was
That's a
part,
good
and you
thing.
didn't do it
Yeah.
purposely. I don't
Yeah.
believe
No, I
at
didn't do
all.
anything. I was so unprepared for that. When you
It
told me
was
it was your story, I'm
good.
like, well,
Perfect.
okay.
But that's what we want because usually when we're going to tell our story, we're really not prepared, right? Things just happen. Greta, what just happened to you a few days ago? Do you mind sharing that story when you fell?
Oh, and I fell?
Yeah.
Oh, this is hilarious. Yeah. Do you want me to just tell you right here?
Why don't you get up and
Oh,
tell
here,
the
I'll
story?
show you what I did.
Let's keep practicing.
I liked it.
I'm not speaking, I'm just sharing. Now that we know that, I was walking with my husband, so we're doing a remodel kitchen. And so I'm walking home with my husband, it's late at night, pitch dark black, and we're going down a side street and we have the dogs. And I roll my ankle and I do one of those, whoa, and I fall flat on my face.
Oh,
Oh, bad. I mean, road rash up my leg.
Oh
I
my
mean, it was bad. This car sees me because I see the car coming towards me as I'm falling. But you know, I'm not thinking about the car, but the lights are hitting me. So she comes around, can I help? Can I help? And I'm down in, hip replacement, so I'm a little concerned, worried if I did my ankle in or what, so I'm sort of nervous. And so she's holding the dogs, and the first thing I'm in pain, but I look at my husband before I check out of my, check my hip or anything. I go, God, this would have been so much worse, 100 pounds more.
yeah.
And he looked at me and he goes, you're so right. The lady holding the dogs looks at me and she goes, 100 pounds more. And I go, yeah, I've lost 100 pounds. She goes, oh my gosh, that's great. I'm in pain, not sure if my hip's okay or my ankle, but bam, I am into isogenics.
You're
I go,
going to sell it all.
yeah, and it was with isogenics. It's this great nutritional cleanse program with rich whey protein, and I'm just going on. After we got home, we start walking home, because I'm limping home with the dogs. Phil's like, did you hear yourself? I go, I know, isn't that, I said sad, but isn't it? Bam, right into isogenics no matter what. So.
Good job.
Right. She didn't bite.
Did the lady?
She was a nurse. She said that was great. But no, she was more concerned about me and my, hip.
Well, she's a nurse.
And then ankle. She was super
But
concerned.
she could probably not leave that
No.
that nurse position in her head.
At all. 'Cause she kept
Otherwise,
saying
maybe
ice
she might
and-
think about it later, but
Yeah, but
but
we
yeah,
didn't
she
exchange
can't
cards
leave.
or
But
anything.
someone else would have been
Right?
with you. I understand. If I would have fallen, I'm 100 pounds our way. Oh, who knows what would happen? All right. So great story. Great story, very good. And I loved doing it that way because you came up here without any hesitation to tell your story. But however, we're now going to critique you. If I would have told you we were going to critique you, would your story have been a little bit different?
No, because it's a story.
Great.
I think she did perfect.
Okay. Ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding,
she
ding.
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing, and it really was. It really was a great story. We'll go into detail. But there is a difference when you're doing a story versus a training session. So like with Thomas, Greta, now you're telling a story. You can do all these things and you can engage them in different ways that you cannot do when you're doing a presentation. So when you watch people, when they're up on stage telling their stories, more of their behavior, their personality is going to come out. And they're going to be a little crazy because who's going to go on the stage that can't be a little crazy? Right? And Isogenics isn't going to ask someone to come up on stage that can't be a little crazy. Okay?
Right.
Okay? Fits together.
Crazy.
They watch people, they know what's going on, they have people in front of video cameras before you ever actually go up on stage. Yeah, so they know what you're going to be like before you're up there. But you can give all that. So tell me, how did you guys feel about Greta's story, her presentation? How did it make you feel?
Happy.
Happy. Okay, cool. Why happy?
Because she's funny.
Okay. Very good, yes.
Well, she
Great. She made you laugh. She brought you joy.
No, exactly, and she punctuates her sentences, everything with humor. So yeah, I'm a big fan of humor.
I think she was
love it.
animated.
Okay.
So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Following her 100 pounds.
Oh yeah, the demo, that was great.
Right?
He has charisma.
Right?
That's almost like slow
Commanded your
motion.
attention. Okay, good,
It was
good.
kind of like his story, like you felt her pain,
Right.
and then you felt her joy, you
Yeah.
know, like,
Took
I
you
did,
through
I
the
felt
emotions.
yeah.
So she wasn't monotone in any way.
Not at all.
You know?
I felt
No.
like I was there.
The story wasn't monotone. You felt like you're there. You
Right.
visualized it.
Anything
Yes.
but.
Because I was like, oh, and then I was like,
I know, me too. I was like, oh.
Right. So good. Very good. Ding, ding,
I
ding,
lost your
Lisa.
video.
Oh,
What's
she
that?
lost the video.
You lost
I
video?
your video.
Oh, we can see you and we're here. I can see me and you.
I can't see you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I can call you back?
Okay.
Okay. All right, pause. All right, let's see if I can just
What is that? Is that a
get
laptop?
her. Yes. Talk amongst yourselves, I'll be right back.
Go.
All right,
This is stuff
there we
in
go.
my head
There
we
right
go.
tonight, guys. You're gonna be in trouble.
What's
All right,
that?
what's that?
Just kidding. It's like that song is stuck in my head all night. Somebody's gonna be in trouble.
Okay, great.
Jeopardy man.
that's fine.
And it's 8 o'clock, so for those of you that are nervous that I'm going to call you next, I'm not.
No, it's 8 o'clock.
We'll end. So we're going to end with Greta, though. We're going to finish you up and finish up that conversation. But I want, and the rest of you guys can practice, and then we're going to come back. Okay, Lisa brought up a really good point. She visualized she was there. How many of you were there on the sidewalk?
Oh, yeah.
Or in the car?
I definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or with her husband.
Definitely.
You were there as the
Yeah.
husband or something, right?
Yep.
You saw it. So when you're speaking your stories, not only do you have to, and you didn't use a single pause word or a fill-in word. No, some. I think there was one right, and that was it. But it worked with your story because it was only one. Well, no, that's okay. We all have several. We all have our one word that we say over and over and over. Everyone has one. And so we're going to figure out what that is for you. You may know it, you may not know it, but as a group we'll figure it out. And you only used it once. And that works. Great.
That's one of mine.
Right? I have two. I have so. Well, no, Greta added right. So I have so, and right.
So I'm right?
But because
I'm
it wasn't
right.
repetitious, it didn't
And
sound like
watching
that.
for I guess bad things, you said twice.
Okay.
She's
Which-
such a toastmaster.
You're all
Not,
over
not
it.
bad. Not bad.
No,
And
it
for
didn't like, I don't know.
And I didn't catch it.
It didn't even
I didn't
bug
catch it.
me.
I didn't
Neither.
catch it, yeah.
Sound bad.
Oh, but we need you to
Because
hear
there's
those. That's good.
times
Right.
where
I didn't
speakers,
notice it.
I'm like, okay, stop saying already.
I know, and
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah,
you focus on.
Right.
Whatever their thing is that we talked about, someone in the audience is going to focus on that. And if they have multiple things, multiple people are going to focus on multiple issues. And then you're talked about afterwards.
Oh, I've actually sat there and counted before because I was so focused on their pause word that I just sat there and counted the entire
Sure.
time. So I wasn't even focused on what they were saying
No.
anymore. I was focused
Right.
on how many times they're going to say that word.
I've done that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I've gotten up to the number 47 with a server saying the word awesome to me 47 times.
Oh, I know. Oh my God, that was.
And what a
so
great
used.
word to do, you
I was
know?
doing awesome.
Really?
Kept
Okay.
saying
Awesome, awesome.
Because every time I say awesome, I feel like I went right back into the 80s.
Right?
Yeah. All right. So, all right. That's another one for me. All right.
So,
All right, so.
You know them. And I want you guys to practice. And I want you guys to practice several different things. So, do we have permission? Everybody's going to come back. Everybody's going to do a next session, right?
Oh, yeah, this was
Yeah.
good.
Okay, good.
This is really good.
This was helpful.
Good. Everybody's going to
was.
do
I think so.
a
Very.
presentation. And you don't know what it's going to be. It might be your story. It might just be a situation. Because we'll call on different things. It might be something that you and I did together. You know, who knows what it is. But I want you to practice. And I want you to be a little uncomfortable so you're not completely prepared 100%.
Oh, that's why you did that to me.
Yeah.
There's going to be different situations so you can do it. And again, your story allows you to do stuff and to be you. But training does not allow you to be you. And we have to be prepared for both. So, listen to yourself speak when you feel that so coming on.
But it sounded okay right now when you said.
I know, but not when I say it 20 times.
But you're only up to 18. It's okay.
I have one more and I'm okay. I was about ready to say but, which again is a fill-in word. Instead, I allowed myself to pause for a second, get past it, and start with something else. I forgot what I said, but I
Better
went
to
into.
pause than to use one of those fill-in words.
And I allowed
Okay.
myself to get past that need that I had for but and go right into, I forgot what I said, but it has or something like that. So practice. Speak at home. Just take any topic. You just talk to yourself about whatever you want to talk about. Just listen to yourself, hear yourself. Take a chance to watch yourself in the mirror, watch your pose. Do the uncomfortable to see how you look and how it
I'm going
feels.
to start concentrating now when I'm talking
Watch
to
other
people
people.
at work, because you know what my stance is and what I'm doing with my hands, and
Right?
if I'm humming and butting and
Are you paying
So-
attention? Are you listening? Are you doing things to distract them? How are you presenting yourself at all times?
Right,
You
right.
know, are you moving around? You know, just all the different things that we do.
Oh yeah, hair.
Yeah.
All
I
the
don't do
things
that.
we do. Whether it's one-on-one, whether it's a couple people, you know? And how many times have we seen girls with straight hair?
me.
Yeah.
They completely comb out their hair while you're speaking to them.
Oh,
Now that you mention it, I think the last presenter who I really, really liked, she
Really?
kept moving her hair.
Oh, you know what? I saw
Yeah.
someone even in isogenics do that. Now that you said that.
It may
Well,
not have
just
bothered
once.
you, but
It was.
you're remembering it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be remembered for those things,
Stop
do
it,
you?
Stephanie. I'm trying to drink.
You don't want to be remembered for stuff like that. And we all do things. I have my stuff, you guys have your stuff, everybody has something, but if we know what it is, try to control it. You know, try to do something different so that you can get past it. And the biggest thing is just recognizing it. All right, so
Yeah.
thoughts, comments, anything from tonight?
I have something.
Yes.
So, you know how you're like, look at yourself in the mirror
Yeah.
and do that. See me, that's distracting to me to do that.
Absolutely
So,
it is.
I would like, let everybody know, if you don't know, on Google, you can go to Google to the YouTube channel. You can set yourself up with a channel, which I have done. And I do videos. Okay, and I'm starting to do videos for
You-
my blog,
you
for my
personally.
business, me personally.
Ah.
But you can go on there. It's free through YouTube because YouTube is part of Google,
Right?
and you can actually videotape yourself as long as you have a, you know, like how
Right,
you have
the camera.
the camera on your thing. And then
Wow.
I find that easier because I don't get distracted as I'm talking to myself in the mirror. Like I'm looking at myself and it distracts me.
Okay.
So when I do my video, I do the video and then I just watch it. And you can,
Okay.
and you
Can I,
can set
I'm
it
going to
as
practice
private.
with you, Kathleen. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little odd because my structure is a little odd. Do you guys all want to do this? Come up here for a second because I've got a mirror and I've got the video
Yeah.
right there. So I want everyone to take a few minutes, look at yourself in the mirror, but talk while you're doing it. Move your
It's
hands.
distracting.
Look right there. Don't look at Kathleen.
I
Not that
want
we
to do
we
that.
love looking at Kathleen, but look at
Oh,
yourself
down
in the
there,
little
okay.
corner. I don't know if I
Oh,
can
I
make that
see.
bigger. Sorry, Kathleen.
I'm gonna stand behind you because I'm the tall one.
No, I can't. Oh, yeah. Oh wait. What's that?
I see Greta's feet or somebody's.
Oh, I turned it around. That's what it was. Okay. So go ahead one at a time and then we'll end tonight. But Teresa, go ahead, kind of talk and look at yourself in the mirror a little bit. Right? Yeah. I know. But this
Do it,
proves
do it,
Kristen's
just-
point. No, just right there.
Oh,
Yeah, just right there. This proves Kristen's point of it might not be good for you to look in the mirror. So go ahead, just talk in the mirror just a little bit. Talk to Greta.
You talk
But
to me.
look in the
Okay,
mirror.
see the mirror. But look at him.
But look in
Okay.
the mirror.
All right.
Mhm.
Hi, Greta.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Teresa. I've already said that I know once, and I'm happy to be here.
All right, great. I'm going to stop
Yeah,
you.
Perfect.
Now go ahead and look here.
Okay.
Okay, stand over so that you can see yourself.
Okay.
Which I know this is off and this is not what you're going to do because you're going to be more direct at your
Right.
camera and so on. But just to kind of get an idea what Chris is talking about, that this will be easier for you than
Then
looking
in the
there.
mirror.
Go ahead and talk into the video. Talk to Kathleen, but look at yourself on the
Well, you
screen.
can
Oh, hi,
no,
Kathleen.
you set it up.
You guys see how much easier
How are
that
you?
is for her?
Yeah. Totally
Oh,
different.
Yeah, this is
Completely
it's kind of
You can see
interesting.
it,
It's a
anybody
little
that
bit
goes
weird
out
for
to your
me, but
channel, but if
I'm
no one
doing
knows
it.
your channel or
She was her.
delete or anything.
You
to it.
were her. You
Unless
were
somebody's
you.
like Googling
Yeah.
your name and looking for you on
Versus-
YouTube, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they might find
Yeah.
you.
So this is what you need to do then. You
Okay.
need
You can set
to-
each
Yeah,
one that
I
you
like
want
that
to
better.
Do you have a
Or
camera on your
public, and then
computer
there's like a little,
My computer's
it's a little
gone.
clunky
Do you have
of
a
an app, but you
camera on
can
your
do
phone?
editing in that
Yes.
within it
All
as
right.
well, and
So
add
do
music
that.
to it.
Walk
if you want
around home.
music to it, or
Okay.
if you want to
Watch
whatever.
yourself
Like a
on the
selfie.
screen.
Yeah.
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 Videotape
So-
yourself that way.
See, that's why it's weird to me because all the kids do selfies.
Oh, yeah.
I think-
Some of us are real good with that. Not speaking of
No.
experience
Not just
or
kids,
anything.
big
No,
Big kids,
All
yeah.
right.
kids.
Yeah. Okay, I
You
want
got
a
somebody.
couple more of you to do that real fast.
Hi, Kathleen.
I'm gonna move.
Hi, Kathleen.
How it works. I just find it
Yeah, I do
easier,
this a
'cause
lot
you
better
can-
than I do the mirror.
I find
Me
it a
too.
little easier because
See?
you can look
See,
over
Lisa?
the.
Yeah.
Lisa, say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.